Warner Brothers either has a strong suspicion or has had a conversation with and outright knows a Ray movie ain't coming out 26. The Walt Disney Company isn't putting out Renegade Online. Sterling Jones, hey Valiant, I heard the news that Dune Part 3, yes, Dune Messiah, will be released December of 26. The Ray Palpatine movie is coming out that same time, allegedly. It's not. Do you think that the film will be moved to a different date? Sterling, this is a great question. You're about to get your membership money's worth here. I love this question. I have been pondering this, and if this wasn't one of the things that I was going to make a whole video on, but Derek, Tom, you can chime in with your thoughts as well here. A Ray movie ain't coming out 26. This is what I think happened. Right now, the Walt Disney Company is trying to get through making this crap-ass Mandalorian movie. I love Jon Favreau. He is a brilliant storyteller. He is one of the best storytellers that's still out there working in Hollywood. But like a lot of people, if you get a phone call from Disney, you might get a lot of money. You might get some prestige. You might get a big fat residual paycheck. But the product of what you will be able to turn out is going to be poo. That's Disney now. I think Jon Favreau is probably going to try to put his best foot forward. I think the Mandalorian movie is going to be overtly, heavily influenced by Dave Filoni and the women that run Lucasfilm. It's going to be shit. I think Warner Brothers decided to seize on the opportunity here. I think what this says to me personally is that if Warner Brothers, if they have indeed booked the Christmas weekend in 26, that tells me that Warner Brothers either has a strong suspicion or has had a conversation with and outright knows that the Walt Disney Company isn't putting out shit that weekend. Period.
Yeah, I don't think they are either. I don't think it's going down. There's no way in the world. The script isn't even finished yet, is it? I don't think the script is done
Messiah?
for this Ray movie. No, for the Ray movie.
The Ray movie. No,
I don't think
it's not done for Messiah either. But Warner Brothers already apparently has enough confidence that Denis Villeneuve is going to get this next entry for Dune done. Oh yeah, because look at what Denis Villeneuve does. I mean, look at his interviews with Hollywood trade magazines. How do you make Dune Part 2 for $165 million? And we're looking at The Acolyte for $180 million to $200 million. That looks like shit.
Utter trash. Utter trash.
Like, how do you get to this? Because Denis Villeneuve's like, oh, it's actually really easy. Before we build a set, before we actually have a camera roll, we have a final script that ain't changing. We are ready. By the time we schedule the first shot, we know what we're doing. Whereas with Marvel and Star Wars, it's like, let's just throw some stuff against the wall. We just toss some. Look, spaghetti sticks.
Yeah,
It's,
but you know what they're gonna do in about 6 months, just like they did with Brave New World. Oh, let's go ahead and just reshoot the whole thing. Because again, this is why I don't trust
$400 million. Yeah.
I don't trust anything coming out of this company in terms of a release date, especially Lucasfilm. Lucasfilm. So if Lucasfilm says it, I'm saying, okay, maybe it might come out. Maybe it might come out. But if it does, it won't be on that date. It'll be 2 or 3 years later. That's how I'm looking at it. Everything that comes out of this. Look, Dune Messiah has a template. We already have the pre-written material. It won't be tough, in my opinion, to put together something decent for a script. And that, you already know what you got to do. They have no idea what they're doing at Lucasfilm. They probably still are working on what's the story about. So if you don't really know what the story is going to be, if they're going to sink $200+ million into a character that has failed, You know, that, I mean, Ray Palpatine is a failed character. And you want to
Yeah.
throw some more money at this character? Okay, what ideas do you have? You better be a good one. All right, it better be a good
you know
one.
what,
And,
Derek,
and I don't think they have a good idea of what they want to do with this character.
you brought this up, and I'm going to bring this up now since we kind of steered into this. Here's the thing I don't get is that, all right, we had a confirmation of this Rey movie, right? What now, 6 to 8 months ago ish, maybe longer. I don't remember.
Yeah.
And then we just recently, or more recently than that, seemed to get a confirmation of Ahsoka season 2. What comes first, the chicken or the egg here? Because I can't imagine them doing a movie and then going back to Ahsoka season 2, because who gives a, you know? So that does that mean this is why I think the movie's getting pushed back. We are in mid 24. Ahsoka season 2, insofar as we know, it's been announced,
right? But
we don't have a production schedule. That is a show that, in theory, if it follows the basic rules of Hollywood physics, should be about a 6-month principal photography-ish, 4 to 6 months, right?
Right.
When is that going off? Because if that doesn't start going off to the latter part of this year, and it's into, mid 25, there's no, let's say that show finishes shooting around, let's say they start September or October this year, and they shoot through March. That means it's going to be at least March of 26, a year later, after principal photography is completed, because editing, post-production, VFX takes a long time.
Oh yeah.
It's going to be early to mid 26 before we see the show. In theory, they would try to release that show as a lead-in to the Mando movie.
Mando, yes.
Because at this point, the reality is, if you're trying to lead into this movie with Mando season 3, with Jack Black and Lizzo, good luck, bitches.
That is a failing proposition that I can't even describe. Yeah, no, you got to put something out between now and the Mando and Grogu movie. You better get something out before you come into that, because there's no momentum going. Now, I don't know if Ahsoka is going to have any momentum either. I mean, right now, based on what we saw in season 1 of Ahsoka, I don't think there's any momentum right now for Star Wars, period. Look, The Acolyte has taken a lot of, it's taken a lot of hits, but Star Wars was already pretty much dead, before The Acolyte, Derek, even came out.
Are they going to actually buy a medical device like a walker for Ahsoka in season 2 so she can get through her lightsaber battles with the walker? And look, I'm sorry, I hate saying that, because Rosario Dawson is
she's an awesome actress,
so hot, and such a good actress. Yeah,
yes.
I hate saying this about her. I love Rosario Dawson, but my God, that was shite. I mean, it's just.
I don't think they can recover from. I don't think they can recover in time to put out a decent series with Mando season, or not Mando season 4, the Mando and Grogu movie. I think that thing's going to be a dumpster fire as well. And then coming out of that, you're heading towards the Ray Palpatine movie. Nobody likes this character. What's the point?
The Mando movie has to come out before that. Look
Mando will come out first. Yeah.
Well, look at Ahsoka season 1 with the whole witch crap.
Yeah.
Now look at The Acolyte with more lesbian witch crap.
Yeah.
Not crap.
Crap.
Then we're going to get Ahsoka season 2, which I guarantee you is going to have more of that. And they're going to have to find somebody else to replace Baylan Skoll, right?
The only good character in the entire series. The only character I cared about.
They're not going to cast anybody with near that gravitas.
No.
All of a sudden, Baylan Skoll is going to be like a black lesbian with a dyke haircut. You watch. It's going to be fucking RuPaul. out there. Pardon my
Oh my
French.
God,
Yeah.
man. Please, please don't give them ideas, VR. Please don't give them ideas. Whew, they have
I'm sorry,
already
it's been a
destroyed
long
Star
weekend. I'm a
Wars
little bit
enough.
looser tongued today. Yeah, it's been. I'm so burned out on watching The Acolyte from the. I'm like, and look, I'm gonna keep doing it. People are like, "Thank you, VR,"
Yeah.
and this is why
yeah.
this is why I'm still doing it. They're like, "Thank you, Valiant. Thank you for watching it and reporting on it, so that we don't have to. We really want to know what they're doing and how bad the dumpster fire is." I'm like, y'all, I'm doing it. I love you. But this has
Look,
been one of the worst YouTube experiences of my life, having to cover this god-awful shit. Make sure you're subscribed to Valiant Renegade and join us every Sunday at 6 p.m. Eastern for the live show.